this is some topic that I've been looking at for the last, actually 1 year. Because I've been involved in some conference in India, right? And there's a movement worldwide to talk about trying to bring up our Asian culture, Asian values, and this kind of thing. Because now they say the West all coming down already, right? Economically, civilization-wise, you know. So now you say it's Asian century. And so I was involved in so-called Dhammic language movement to popularize Dhamma language, rather than so-called contemporary language which is peppered with all these Judeo-Christian terminologies, you know. Right, so I just want to explain a bit what I mean by Dhamma language, right? Dhamma language, first the word language. Language means what? The thing that we speak every day. Hokkien, Chinese, Mandarin, you know, English, Malay, right? So that's the language we use to communicate every day, right? And it actually impacts our life, you know, how we use the words. And that kind of language, drive our motivation to act, okay? So I like to use this word called narrative, Dhamma narrative. Narrative means how we describe things every day. How when we are in a room, we tend to be caught in the type of discussion. If you are the introvert kind, if you're the kind of person very don't like to talk a lot one, like to listen one, you know. Or you want to talk, but your facts are no good. Right? People talk rubbish also talk louder than you. Like some politician, you know the guy talking rubbish, but he can stand here and talk 1 hour and people clap some more. How? You know, talking rubbish. Idiots are running the country. Why? Because they know how to talk. Okay, so they control the narrative. This is the word narrative, okay? How many of you, when we were young, I remember when I was young, the time of TV, black and white only. You know those old cowboy movie, black and white. John Wayne. They got all these white soldiers riding horse, attacking this way. Then the other side is what? Red Indian. Right, not? And especially in school, you know, some Ang Mo will come to school, collect 10 cents, 20 cents from us. And then they put projector at the end of the hall and shoot a movie. This kind of movie they show, right? And then when the Red Indian come, everybody boo. When John Wayne and all the white fella come, everybody clap. Remember or not? Have you seen this kind of movies before? I think some of you are too young, right? And this is how it's called brainwashing. And imagine every day, you know, our TV, they show this kind of show. Last time we import a lot of TV show, especially from America and the West. And how many Chinese shows we have? Very little only. I remember Tuesday, Thursday, or something like that. And then one local TV show called Ampas Kawan. That's all, very few only. And the rest all Malay and English show. Mostly English, because the time our film industry was very bad, okay? So every day, imagine every day, turn on the TV. You listen to this kind of story, watch this kind of movies. You go to office, right? Let's say you happen to be, your colleagues are mostly Christian, example. And they talk the same thing again, you know. So if you're in a situation where every day you're bombarded with this called stimulus, the visual, the sound, you know, the interpretation of certain things every day, you know, for many, many years. What kind of conditioning do you have? Can you understand? Now this is called conditioning. The narrative driven by somebody, either with an agenda or with a volume. Right? So if let's say all of us are Buddhists here, one Christian guy want to come and talk God, the guy, either he very strong or very stupid, alright? Not scared one. Then maybe he can tahan for maybe 5 minutes, because all of you are bamboo him, correct or not? So that is what the volume, called by volume, alright? And agenda. How many of you have attended a party or gathering? And you cannot talk to everyone in the party, isn't it? You go to a small group. Someone you are familiar with, right? Or someone you are, even though you don't know anyone, you happen to hear something that's a topic that maybe interests you, so you join that group. And when you join that group, you will notice one person or two person talk a lot one. And they control the narrative, the storytelling and before you know it, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 45 minutes, you only listen to the guy talking only. And you say, yeah, but you never say anything. Correct? And you come away from the meeting, what you gain? Nothing also. Waste of time. But within the 45 minutes or 30 minutes, somebody has already controlled the environment within you, within your space. This is called narrative, right? So, as we become more and more learned in Dhamma, we must be aware of this kind of conditioning, of this kind of situation. So when we discuss with people, we do not lose out in that narrative. We do not get drowned in that sound, in that conditioning. Because you keep on doing like this, number one, you will not feel confident of staying strong. After a while, you listen and say, the world like that, condition like that already. Never mind, I attain Nibbana myself. The more you behave like that, your circle becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. And those people who can talk, those people who can exert their influence, become louder. Their circle becomes bigger. You see? After a while, you notice our influence becomes small. By the time it's too small, we cannot control already, we lose. We lose the whole situation. We lose the narrative, we lose the influence, and they lose control of the conditioning itself. Right? So it is important, once you understand Dhamma, you have confidence of yourself. I'm not asking you to become evangelist, to go and talk Buddha Dhamma to everyone you meet. No. I am saying, you are in the sphere of influence, a circle of gathering example. You exert a bit of your independence. Alright? Because if you, let's say this guy is talking so much, right? If you catch the person talking a bit nonsense, you interject. Not be scared, interject. And say, I use the word fact check. Okay? Fact check. Very easy, ni. You say, do you mean like that? Like that. Just interject. Whether you right or wrong doesn't matter, you interject. Because the moment you interject, this person knows, I cannot bullshit all the time. Because somebody fact checking me. You get what I mean? You interject. And after a while, those who don't talk and listen only, start to look at you, wow, this one very brave. This one very brave. There. Then, number one is you either gain a bit of respect, and then the other person, you stop the person on the track, because the guy said, I better be careful because I cannot continue bullshit. Somebody was fact checking me. And that person who talk a lot, you notice the guy is become more careful. You can see the eye movement, the eye movement, the body language, You can see that the little subtle change in that momentum. No more gung ho, keep on going and going and going. You stop it in the track a bit. At the same time, you gain a bit of respect. And this is what I mean. You drive the narrative, the Dhamma narrative. We must learn Dhamma first. Don't blindly go and change narrative when your Dhamma knowledge is very low. You make a fool of yourself. Because when people attack you, you don't know how to defend. Okay? I am not asking you to become evangelist, as I said. I'm not asking you to go and purposely defend the Dhamma. No. I am saying, wherever you are in a gathering, in a meeting, do not be so introvert and accept whatever is said by other people. Do not let them drive the agenda. Do not let them control the narrative. Because you can reframe. You can reframe the terminology, you can reframe the discussion, and you can reframe the meaning. Alright? I'll give you an example how to do this. Alright? From the context of Buddhist teachings and the Dhamma. This is when people want to talk Jesus to you, lah. Okay? 講耶穌啊，call it lah. They will talk other religion to you. And if you let them control the discussion, number one, you fall into a trap. Because you have to follow the agenda. And you don't know their teachings. You know or not? The Bible. You don't know. Do you know or not? You know, what they do in the church, in their Bible study. You don't know. Then, if let's say you so dare lah, whatever little Dhamma study you go, and you try to bring it out. These people are trained to be apologetic. We don't even want to be apologetic. We want to play their game. We don't want to play their game. When we don't play their game, we don't follow their rule. Remember that. We follow the rule because we play the game. Correct or not? Let's say play Monopoly. Got rule what? You play lah. Okay? Play tennis. There are rules. You play. You cannot play tennis using badminton rules. Cannot. You want to play the game, you follow the rules. If you don't play the game, they got nothing to play with you. Like Donald Trump now lah. After hit the tariff already, waiting for China to call. China don't call. What are you going to do? He play by himself lah. Correct or not? Every day he wait for the phone. Xi Jinping don't care. If you don't play with that fella, the guy very itchy one, no. Stand up also cannot, sit down also cannot, sleep also cannot. Every day thinking of Xi Jinping, my friend. If you don't play their game, you do not need to follow the rule. And therefore, this is first step for you to control the narrative. Understand? I became a Buddhist without being a Christian. I'm very proud of that. Some of my friends, they say, oh, I was a Christian once, some more evangelical. Then I find that it's too aggressive, I became a Buddhist. Then they try to influence Buddhist learning. They say our Dhamma study class are very lousy. Then they try to import Bible study methods into the Dhamma study lessons. Okay? And then they try to reframe Buddhist teaching based on the Christian method, the Christian curriculum. Because they were Christian ones, right? And they find that it's very effective. The Buddhists lousy, they say. So can we import some of the good things of the Christian or not? If you do that, we are following their rules and then adapt only. The Buddha never do all that. The Buddha may go say, we follow some other foreign teacher and see the method good or not, then we apply. No. The Buddha said, I discovered something for myself, I want to apply. I apply for myself, it's good, now I'm sharing with you. So in that sense, I was very fortunate. I never became a Christian. Never went to Bible class. I was conned into coming to some Bible gathering, in the pretext of having game and fun. After that, I see Jesus at the end of the prayer session, then I say, okay, I'm not coming anymore. Okay? So that was the only one time. Kena scam, call it, kena scam. Okay? So I had this training of learning Dhamma from the very beginning. So I thought it's a good base. Okay? And all my life after that, I've been involved in content development, especially website one. And my main people who work with me are mostly Western people, British and American. Because I'm not Chinese speaking, so I don't really involve with all the China people. And then when you talk to, I notice when you talk to Ang Mo, they're very good at talking one. Correct or not? We lose out to them. No way we can win them. No way, I tell you. They talk nonsense also, we believe. Okay? Some people are very good at that one, Ang Mo, seriously, they got gift of talking. Second one, I have to say that Indian people. Okay? So when they talk, you just listen. But sometimes Chinese people, we don't talk so much, right? We do near. Correct. Suddenly deliver the result. Then they say, ooh, this Chinaman not bad, at one time I was like in the meeting, and they were going through and fro, talking about method, policy, how to do this, After talking for 1 hour, 30 minutes, can we agree? When can we deliver? I take out the paper and give to them. You do already? Why you never tell me? You never ask? I don't know what meeting was this. They talk for 1.5 hours, come up with complicated system. Actually, no need. No need do like that one. Find another method. You say Excel also can do. Then they realize, Excel also can. Excel, photostat, enlarge. I said, you just do these 3 things. So, what for you go and tinker the system? You have to do all the programming and all. And 1.5 hours, 90 minutes, talk about tinkering system, where you can just do photostat, Excel photostat and enlarge. Okay? Then the Chinaman deliver. So, we have to think, sometimes we think out of the box a bit, and then we do not get involved with their terminology, because sometimes they waste a lot of your time. Okay? So, this is a narrative of non-Buddhists when you are talking to them. They talk about God, grace, salvation, heaven and hell. Okay? If you are involved in this kind of discussion, what would you do? Okay, what would you do? So I'm going to go through one by one, give you some idea how you can handle them. Right? The moment you hear all these things, don't try to interpret them, no need. This is their game, this is their rule. Right? If you try to discuss with them according to their rule, you're wasting your time. They think, number one, they think you're interested, which you're not. Which you're really going to waste your time, correct or not? You're not interested, someone you want to stay there for listen to 30 minutes. What for? Wasting time, say no. Okay? If you want to engage with them, there is a way. Right? So look at these things, God, grace, salvation, heaven and hell. What's a similar Dhamma narrative? Let's start with the first one, the God. Okay? So instead of God, you talk about Dhamma. The Dhamma is what? Natural law, the truth. Correct? So those of you who learn Dhamma is that it's within you. If you listen to the Zen story, it's there all the time. Like the moon is always there, but you don't see the moon all the time, because the cloud is covering the moon. Correct? The cloud is covering the moon. So when the cloud goes away, you can see the moon. The moon is always there. Never go away, but because of the cloud. So the Dhamma means what? Your ignorance, your impurity, example. Hiding your true nature of yourself, okay? The true nature. And once you remove ignorance, and you can attain Buddhahood. Buddhahood. So, this is Dhamma. Okay? This is Dhamma. Then another one is called dependent origination. Everything is, when this happens, that happens. When this does not happen, that does not happen. It's dependent origination. One thing dependent on another. Right? So there are the 12 links. Nothing happened because of this God one. It happened because you are there, condition is right, and you're experiencing the condition. And how you react to that condition give rise to effect. Okay? And that is called karma. Okay? Sometimes people say, why your Buddha is so complicated? They got one word, need God, and suddenly you got 3 things here. Some more 12 links, so how to remember? Correct or not? That is his call. They call it the master the marketing already. They're very good at mastering the marketing. They're good at coining good words. Make it simple. So the Mahayana have a good way. They call it Bodhisattva. Alright? You don't want to learn all this Paticca Samuppada, understand Dhamma, natural causality of karma, so complicated, just Nian Fo, alright? Amitofo or the Guan Yin Pusa. Just pure concentration on one sound, example. No other motivation except pure concentration, pure faith on one sound. And then you lead to the Pure Land, example. Okay? And this is one way. The Mahayana, no, the Chinese very practical one. So I've been looking at the history of Buddhism as it migrated from India to China. How come China got all this Pure Land, Amitofo, and all this Guan Yin Pusa? I was thinking, so far away from the original teachings of Buddha, But the But if the Chinese don't do that, India, the Buddhism won't take root in India. Because the Indian mind, very sophisticated. Sophisticated means like that lah. Twist and turn, you know. One cook, they call it lah. You know, very twisted, right? And for the Chinese to understand that word is very difficult. Correct? The Chinese said, I want practical. Tell me what I can do to go heaven. Immediately. China, everything now fast. Deep seek also faster than any of the American things. Correct? Anything instant, anything fast, we want. Chinese people like that. We also got the gene one. Everything must be fast one. Correct or not? No fast, forget it. No time, right? So, in order to do that, we have to adapt. And that is why, thanks to Chinese Buddhism, Buddhism became global religion. This is a word of the late Chief Kesari Dhammananda. He said, we have to be very thankful to China. Without China today, no Buddhism in the world. Only become India Buddhism. And then the Hindu destroy it, then Buddhism also no more. Okay? But if we are learning a bit Dhamma, you learn some Dhamma, and this is how you explain God. Right? You explain God. Now, this word Dhamma, natural law, and the analogy of the moon is always there, correct or not? Then because you move over the cloud, then you can see the moon. This is a good analogy. If you cannot explain all this complicated thing, use this analogy. Okay? Then another way of saying conventional language and Dhamma language is you turn the idea away. Use stories to turn the idea. Everybody say, the sun rises in the east, sets in the west. Correct or not? But in science, where got moon rise and moon set? The sunrise and sunset, no such thing. What's happening? The earth turning, The earth turning around the sun. But we say, oh, look at east, sunrise. Then look at west, sunset. Take picture, put on Instagram. Sunrise beautiful, sunset beautiful. There is no such thing as sunrise, sunset. It's just earth turning around the sun. But sunrise, sunset is called conventional language. Conventional. Because you're standing here, you actually see the sun go up. You're standing there, you actually see the sun go down. To you, conventionally, it's truth. Truth, what you see, correct. But scientifically, no, it's turning. Correct or not? So you have to understand ultimate truth and the conventional truth. So look a bit deeper. Don't be so what call this? So easy to buy in. Okay? So Dhamma teaching asks you to go a bit deeper. Don't be so simple-minded to say, okay, I see this, therefore it's true. The air is cool in this room. Turn off it, within 1 minute, 2 minutes, hot already. At this moment, it is cool. You feel it, but it's artificially created. Okay? Artificially created. So at this moment, it's true for you. But someone there behind there, they say, save electricity lah, bulbs no money, turn off. Then how? Right? Where did the aircon go? Gone. Because artificially created thing is disappeared. That's called anicca, no? Nothing is real. If suddenly something turn off, then suddenly you feel something different already. That is Dhamma also. Because inside us, the body is not, we cannot control one. Our aging, cells growing, cell dying, we cannot control. But every moment is happening, right now even. Okay? So this is called impermanent. And we are leading towards that age when suddenly we are old already. Walk also cannot, sit also cannot. Why? Because Dhamma is in action. So we have to look at deeper. Don't look at the surface only. Okay? So if you want to explain God, you bring back the topic of Dhamma is everywhere. If you don't know how to explain, you go and watch Star Wars. Number 2, the Empire Strikes Back, where the Yoda teach that like Luke Skywalker. What is the force? Luke Skywalker asked. Yoda said, the force is behind you, in front of you, around you, penetrate you, everywhere. Okay? So you can say that, just copy that Yoda, turn the force into Dhamma, it's exactly the same. Okay? So the Dhamma is everywhere, like the moon is there. Except that you remove the cloud, then you can see the moon. Dhamma also everywhere, but you cannot see Dhamma yet, not all of it lah. But if you remove ignorance, you see, and then you attain Nibbana. Right? So you have to understand a bit of Buddhist teachings to explain God in its totality lah. Because their God is very simple one. God is there. You ask, you believe in it, you ask for help, God will come to you. They are simplified like that one, you know. But you talk like that, you're following their game, playing by their rule. No. Say Dhamma is everywhere. Dhamma is inside us, around us, penetrate us. Okay? We cannot see because we are ignorant. So we practice. And you drive the narrative. You see? Totally different. Oh. You're telling the person, I'm sorry, I'm not playing your game, don't follow your rule. This is my game, this is my rule. You want to play? Follow me. Don't want to play? Never mind. We stop right there. Okay. Next one. Then there's this word called grace. Okay. Grace in the Christian means, because God is so compassionate, this God, right? And God is so loving. They cannot not want to share with you. Not want to help you. Example, this God so powerful, and but this God so beautiful. I want to help you, So I noticed some Singaporean Christian, especially became Buddhist, they also use the word by grace of Buddha. Oh, we are hantam that person. Okay, you bring that word grace into Buddhism. You actually adapting our idea of. Actually, it's punya ni, merit, grace. You do good, you get married lah, that's all. Okay? That's why the Buddha said, do dana. The first thing in the perfection is, the perfection, the parami, is dana. Not meditation, Oh. Some people say, why Buddha emphasize so much on Nibbana? Why not the first thing is meditation? Why use dana? Because dana, you can see the result immediately. Even you are not enlightened, even you're not Buddhist, you do something good, you benefit another person. Immediately you see the result. You see happiness. This is grace. Okay, do not get caught in the word. Remember in the beginning I told you about brainwashing Hollywood story, soft power? Because they brainwash us already. We think these words mean something good, mean something beautiful, and we use it. Because we are so used to it, we hear it all the time. Right? But again, I will have to admit, when you hear the word grace and you hear the word punya, how you feel? Different, isn't it? Grace immediately you can have some affinity, Punya is like, number one, have to understand, merit, is it? Merit. What's merit? You do dana. What's dana? Do or just cook some food, give the monk eat. That kind of explanation some more, Then it's like, okay it will take time Okay, it will take time. But the more we use the word punya, the more we use the word merit, it will slowly replace grace. Because we are doing it every day. We don't even come to temple do. Okay, at home also we can do. We cook to feed our parents, example. Okay, cook to feed our kids. Give food to fish on time, example. All this, timeliness, and not forgetting your duty is merit. Because you think of somebody, you think of something else, apart from yourself. Your energy, your wakefulness, your consciousness is always about somebody else. That is merit. Because you cannot bear having the person hungry, go hungry, or nothing to eat, or feel like, something not done yet. Okay? There's an urgency for you to do something, because you promised something already. If you do that, that is merit. There's wholesome actions. And because of this, wisdom can arise. Okay? So all this grace, the God give one, grace, okay? You listen only. I remember one time, my uncle, late uncle, passed away already. His elder son got married, my cousin, and then he married a girl, all right, of course. And at first, he got no hope that the son would get married one. Suddenly announced to us, oh, he's going to get married. And then when he made the announcement, I still remember he talked to my father, by grace of God, she is heaven sent. She said like that, He said like that, Someone not beautiful, I thinking I was so fat, someone, heaven sent. True enough, after 2 years, the mother, my auntie, keep on complaining, lazy, useless daughter-in-law, Okay, never help the family. Christmas Day, I remember, I go and visit. One big pile of clothes in the living room, never fold. Christmas Day, guests coming already. Clothes also never fold, live in the living room like that. Then I said, my mother asked, why like that? Blame the daughter-in-law. Her duty, see, Christmas Day also never do. So, things can change, I'm saying. Heaven sent things also can change one. Correct or not? Do not, when good things attribute to God, grace, no need. Just accept money. Good thing come, enjoy it, and let it go. Bad thing come, don't condemn. Just accept, let it go. That's the Buddhist way. Okay? Do not follow the game, the rule. Some of the Malay Muslim population, political party. When flooding not in their constituency, they say, God hantam. Because the other party never follow the rule, Islamic law. God punish. When the flooding happened in their constituency, it's a test from God. What kind of nonsense is this? You believe? You believe in all this kind of nonsense. You listen to this every day. You open the YouTube, TikTok, and you listen to all this nonsense. And they become our member of parliament, talking nonsense in parliament. Hasik or not? Okay? You compare our MP versus that of Singapore. Look at the discussion, the quality of discussion. So much different. Okay? But you cannot blame also. You listen to America Congress, also one kind. Stupid people also, right? So, don't get caught, God, grace. Okay, another one. Salvation, this one very good. Always want to save you one. This word salvation always come in the hospital. Okay? When your family or your relative want to go already, the good people that God sent by grace, come to the bedside, and say, come, let's hold hand, let's accept the word of Jesus. Okay? Salvation. So in Buddhism, we don't call salvation, we call it liberation. Vimutti, we call enlightenment. Bodhi, we call nibbana, ending of suffering. Right? I remember I came to a talk long time ago. This Dhamma speaker did this one thing, which I thought very funny. He said, Nibbana. He pointed out, what's wrong with this picture? He said Nibbana like that, Okay, Nibbana. Means what? Up. Nibbana go up like heaven. Why he never do like that? Nibbana? He done that. Okay? Now that picture, to me is that time I just started to learn Buddhism, then I realized, I think she's not correct. Because the Buddha said, Nibbana while standing, walking, sitting, or lying down, in the Metta Sutta, mindfulness, At any moment you can attain Nibbana one. Before dying, you get a Nibbana. Talking to cows can get a Nibbana. Because the Samadhi Vipassana moment, the ripening happened at that moment. Whether sitting, lying down. It happened at that moment. You applied mindfulness at that moment. Boom, suddenly you get enlightened. Alright? Not like that. Okay? You want to know where to point? Point here. Or point here. It's inside you, Nibbana inside you one. It's not here, not there one. So if the speaker do like that, or is caught in the game of salvation, because heaven Okay, heaven. So you know how powerful all this soft culture, soft power have influence on us? We behave to, we follow it without even us realizing. We follow it, but we replace it with Dharma words. Right? But actually we never got out of the system. It's still inside us. So we have to get it out totally different. Play different game. Don't follow the rules. You play your own game. You play by your rule. Okay? That's why we don't go bed to bed. Try to save people one. God lah, Buddhist. All me for. Go here, all me for. All me for. No, we don't do that. Never. Why? Because we convert another person, we don't get any extra karma, good credit one. No, nothing, you know. But to them, they get credit. They say, nearer to heaven. Okay? I got one friend. After puasa, 30 days. Still want to puasa. Extra 6 days. I say, for what? I get nearer to heaven. Oh, all the best to you. You want to go hungry? After die already, maybe go heaven already. You know? So it's up to that person. But don't make it until like, I also must follow. That one wrong already. You want to follow, is your business. Okay? But you see, when the narrative is very strong and the group become very big, the volume is very big, they will say, no, hey, why don't you join in? And then the peer pressure is very strong. And then you have to follow. You get what I mean? So do not give in. Do not play by the game. Try to stand your ground. Because the more you give in, your sphere of influence becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. And after a while, we got no more influence at all. We become like them. Even though we don't put their label Christian. We are Buddhist. But we follow. Okay? We replace God with Buddha. We replace the salvation with liberation. Right? When we hear salvation, we think it's liberation. So we just replace word only. And that, my brothers and sisters, is not, we're not driving our own narrative. We are following the narrative. And after a while, there will not be any more Buddhism. Because everything follows their terminology. Okay? So salvation, use these words, liberation, enlightenment. Nibbana. Okay? Nibbana. Then no need to point here, point there one. Right? Just like that also can. Because Nibbana is inside you. Heaven on hell. Okay. Do good. Believe in Jesus, go to heaven. Don't believe, go to hell. Have you any Muslim come to you or not? Any Muslim? I got many Muslims come to me. He said, Brother Lim, Mr. Lim, you are such a good person. Wasted lah. Good also can be wasted, I say. Wasted because you're not Muslim. You're not Muslim, you cannot go heaven already. Oh, I see. Never mind lah. I say, no need I say, we rebirth one. I rebirth good life, I say. Better than this life. I earn more than you, you know. So, no need to play their game. No need to get insulted also. At the end of the day, any Muslim come back, any one of them come back and tell us, I went to heaven. There is heaven. None. Only the Quran say. Only the Bible say. Okay? Those who near-death experience, so-called near-death experience, you say, oh, I saw the light. Jesus came and wanted to save me, but then he tell me, my time not right yet. I come back to earth. Nearly died, never died. But according to science, when you die, right, all the memories, the neuron circuit, all your neuron, one by one, short circuit, they generate electricity. That's the light they saw. It's all neuron, okay? It's not activating. The brain not have that energy anymore, so it short circuit. Then it create energy, light, okay, sparks. And then when you are semi-conscious, you see all this kind of thing. Those who are nearly passed away, they will tell you. In fact, I have a similar experience, nearly died. And suddenly you can remember everything in your past life, in your this kind of life, since until baby one, and very fast, like that. Then after that, when you're safe, forget everything already. Because you're in the subconscious realm. Okay? It's very normal. It's very common. Now science is proving it already. So instead of heaven and hell, you tell them, we got 31 planes of existence, right? An animal plane is also an existence. If you cannot remember the 31 planes, you remember the 6 realms, right? The gods, angry gods, then the human realm, animal realm, ghost realm, and the hungry ghost. Okay? 6 only. And then you say, if upon dissolution of the body, upon death, and depending on the karma that we have accumulated, and depending on the final thought moment, we can go into any one of these 6 realms. Because we have not attained enlightenment yet. I just say like that. So we try our best to be a good Buddhist. So when the Muslim said, sayang lah abang, you tak boleh masuk jannah. I say, why? Kerana you belum Islam lagi. Never say I'm not Islam. One thing now they changed already. You belum. That means you got chance. You get what I mean? You see the narrative? Last time you bukan Islam, they insult you. Now you belum. So you still got chance. Immediately you say, okay, I want to become Muslim now. I want to recite Shahada. Oh, okay, you pass, can go heaven already. And who say I can go heaven? Human beings say, not the God say. Right? So I told him, I said, look, we have these 6 realms. I told you just now the 6 realms. The one realm I don't want to go is hungry ghost. Imagine hungry, every day hungry. How? Right? So I must save food, I say. Okay? Make sure I eat enough, don't waste. Whoever need my help, I give, so that I don't get caught in going to the lower realms. I say like that. He said, yeah, God, you tak ada heaven, naraka. I said, God, got the ghost realm, or in the hellish realm, God. I said, but you got a safety valve, I said, before go all the way to the hell, you can become animal first. Oh, he said like that one. He said, but then, we got such thing, rebirth, no such thing, but I said, in my existence, probably there's only one of me like this, one time only, Lim Kooi Fong, that's it, no more already. This face, this body, maybe, even if I reborn into a human next time, totally shaped, the shape totally different one. Could be a Negro, I don't know. Correct or not? So there's only one life, the Buddhist said. In your life currently, you must take it as a teaching. You have only one life in your current condition. Your face, your eye, your body, your gender. That's it, one only. You will probably never be reborn exactly same duplicate as you. No. Okay, no. Because how can? Because everything is impermanent. How can be duplicated unless you clone? Now it's possible. With all the robot coming out from China, you can clone, no problem. Okay? So at the end of the day, it's not about heaven or hell. It's what you do with your life right now. Wholesome or not, at this moment, right now, wholesome or not. Don't talk about future, talk about now, at the moment. Okay? So when people come and see you talk about heaven and hell, you say, let's enjoy this moment. Heaven haven't come yet, hell also haven't come yet. Talk about what? Talk now. Because at this moment, you decide whether you want to go heaven or hell. Right? Because you create karma right now. Your thought, your thinking, acting on that thought, whether it's a good one or bad one, you act on it. Then the result will come. That result will determine, after a while, whether you go to heaven or hell. Okay? So the important thing is the mental state at the present issue. Okay? At the present moment, the mental state. Your present state right now. So the key difference between this narrative is that instead of talking about God, salvation, we outsource to third party, what I call it. God is third party, You don't want to take responsibility, you outsource to them. If something bad, God's will. Inshallah. Okay? God's will. Okay? If there's a flood in your area, God's will. Where else, you as a human being, you can take action. Make sure the river beds are okay, secured before the rainfall, the raining season. You know every year it's going to rain already. You know every year it's going to flood. And you accept God's will. I think it's just nonsense. If it's God's will, why the Dutch go and build all the dikes for what? Holland is underwater one, below sea level. If it's God's will, there's no more Holland today already. But Holland built all these dikes. Why? Because the human will is more clever than the God's will. Right? We can change our life. Why we want to leave it to outsource to third party? No need. We take action by ourselves. That's the Buddhist way. We drive that kind of narrative. We take action. We be responsible. We don't run away. We say like that. Okay? And I use it to the Christian, I use it to the Muslim. Then they say, how come I never hear all this from my other Buddhist friends? That is the problem. Because we don't know how to explain. We don't know how to explain. Our Dhamma not deep enough. When our Dhamma not deep enough, we don't know how to use stories to explain the teaching. In the beginning, I said the moon is always there. You cannot see because of the cloud. Once you remove the cloud, you can see the moon. But that analogy comes from a Zen story, and that Zen story is based on the teachings of the Paticca Samuppada. Okay, so you must learn all these basic teachings first, and then in order to explain to people, especially those who are new to Buddhism, you don't talk about Paticca Samuppada, Nibbana, Karma, all this kind of thing. It's very difficult. You use analogy. Alright? So here, when you said you bring Buddha Dhamma to the present, that means you want to take action. You want to learn the Dhamma and put into practice and see the result for yourself. So the focus number one is personal responsibility, okay? Rather than divine intervention. Then number two, you emphasize on cause and effect. Because you say, I think good thing, I act on a good thing, therefore good and wholesome action result. It's good karma. So you take responsibility, you create your own karma, good or bad. So you do that rather than depending on predetermined fate. Rather than depending on God's will or inshallah. No, you take care, you take it yourself. So instead of heaven and hell, salvation, right? Eternal hell, eternal punishment. Because when you believe in Jesus Christ, they say, you're saved forever. I asked my Christian friend, you're saved forever, let's say you die on the spot. What kind of face you have? Is this the same face forever? Then he said, yes, as is now, forever. What if you're 85 years old, crippled, amputated leg, 2 eye blind, very old, and you die? You believe that forever in heaven? Then he think, he started to think, seriously. Imagine one leg don't have, I cannot see, already in wheelchair, in heaven, whole life like that, forever, no. You want or not, I say, like that. Then he start to think, tell me what is your vision of you. Then he straight away say, it's an image of God. I don't know. But I'm in heaven. You also cannot explain to me, I said. Alright? None of you can explain to me. And then I said, how many relatives you don't like? Some lah. This auntie don't like, that auntie don't like. They're all Christian, isn't it? Why? You'll be there forever in heaven, All these aunties and uncles that you don't like. Every day they get at you. How? Forever, you want they thinking, start thinking, scratching. Then come back to that's all image of God, we don't know. Why it means the image of God? You yourself cannot describe for me. I cannot accept. Right? So here, we don't care. We say cause and effect. So we understand, through cause and effect, we understand suffering and its cessation. Right? We can experience heaven here, right now. No need go. No need to wait and go. Heaven. We can also experience hell here. Yesterday, coming back from Bentong after a Buddhist event, I fell asleep and crashed into the van in front of me. Okay? So my car a bit damaged. His van also a bit damaged. Then we moved to the side. This Indian uncle came. We all laughed. You fall asleep, is it? He said like that. Yeah, I fall asleep. Ha ha ha. Okay, never mind. Let's go police station. Okay? Make claim insurance. No anger, no fighting. Laugh. Right? Then we went to police station, pay our fine. Mine finished already. I said, hey uncle, why yours not done? I found out I got 4 summon. Without your accident, I also don't know. Then he thanked me some more, no. He thanked me some more because got discount at that time. So you see, you can turn a bad situation into a pleasant one. No need to get angry. Whatever bad thing, good thing, just accept. And then one thing good. I said, I apologize many times. You know what he said? Happened already. You also don't want what, isn't it? So I said, never mind, happened already, he said. Then he laughed it off. It's how we control our situation and diffuse it, So that moment was a teaching moment for me, for him also. Then he thanked me. He said, wow, you're not angry. Somewhat we share information, how to do the police report. He said, very good are you. He said, praise me some more. Then I was thinking, what? Not you, some more you praise me, So we have to make the Dhamma work. When we make the Dhamma work means we apply, okay? We apply and then at the moment, we apply at the moment. That's the most important thing. Because we create heaven here and we can create hell here. Present moment awareness rather than future salvation. The Buddha, very clever. Don't talk future, don't talk past to me. Talk now, he said. What is matter? What matters now? What matters the most to you, to everyone? Whether you're Muslim, Christian or what? Here and now. Don't talk future, past. Never happened yet. Right? Never happened yet. All is theory, conjecture, based on whatever you read. No need. But what you experience right now, take responsible. This word, take responsible, not many people want to hear one. Okay? You attack the Christian on that itself, you win already. Because you're saying you outsource to third party, I want you to take responsible. They don't know what to say, You say, why you should take responsible when God take it for you? Because out of His love and grace. I say, when you do work, God can help you. You got failure. You get scolding from boss also. What? I say, God or not? He say, God. Wait, the God can help you like that. The boss said, you clean up the shit. If not, you stay back. Don't go back. Cut your salary. Did God do that or did your boss do that? Then he nothing to say. Look, I said, friend, no need. Anything you do, take responsibility. Okay? And the result, you keep on doing it, heaven will be here. God will be present. Then he realized, you also know, why you talk like that? I say, I'm thinking, this is common sense. This is common sense. No need Bible to teach one, I say. But because we don't want to take responsibility, we outsource to everything. When things happen, bad happen, we blame God we accept, we praise God But you do not take responsibility for yourself. There's a big problem with all human beings, I said. Religion is just a hiding, something for you to hide behind one. When you start talking like that, they start becoming like defensive, You don't understand, you're not Christian, you don't know. Then they walk away. That's the best thing in the discussion. They walk away themselves. Because they see this fellow, very dangerous. The more you talk, the more they expose them, Because number one, you don't play by the game, you do not follow their rules. Okay? And the last point, this kind of Dhamma language is direct experience. Nothing better than direct experience. All this faith-based belief is just belief only. Alright? I am glad PAS is exposing themselves like that because they say their party is Islam Malaysia. We are Islam, therefore we are the word of God. And how they behave, how they run the state, when the flooding comes, how they do it. They were given a chance to run the country during COVID. What they do? All the white flag come out. Right? Because they're based on faith. God's will. If bad thing happen to you, accept because it's a test from God. Then they leave it like that. If the country in ruin, God's will. Because God said, no need so luxurious one. Simple also can already. Right? And then you see what car they use, what watch they wear. Then all this hypocrisy come out. Because when you see all this hypocrisy, then people want after, not now, later give some time. Then people see, these people talk only, never do anything one. Because in political life, if you vote you in and you do not improve our life, then you have failed. No matter what you say about God or whatever belief system you profess in, right? So direct experience is very important in Buddhism. We must practice. We cannot just read Dhamma and then put it down and just say, Buddha's word is the best. Not enough. Must practice. So when the Buddha said, as the Buddha taught in the Anguttara Nikaya, when you know for yourself that the qualities are wholesome, these qualities are blameless, these qualities are praised by the wise, these qualities lead to benefit and happiness, then you should enter and remain in them. That is the final word of Buddhist teaching. Not God, not grace, not salvation, not heaven and hell. It's take the Buddha's teaching and put into practice. With the result that you see, if it's good, stay. If it's not good and not benefit to you, change. And apply in another set and see how. Okay? There is no one way to practice. Okay? Every one of us has different personality, different inclination. So we must find something that we can fit in. Okay? If this teacher can't give, find another teacher. Until you found a good one, then you stick to it and you practice. And that's how it works. Okay, last one. I think this is an important one, right? Buddhist, this is a very important one actually, because nothing to do with Christian or Islam. This is social one, all right? I am social drinker, seldom get drunk. At what stage do I break the 5th precept? This is always asked by me. Okay? Now, the answer is this, very simple. Any amount of alcohol affect mindfulness. Any, whether a little bit or what. Because the issue here is mindfulness. You don't get drunk, that's immaterial. No, that's immaterial. It will affect a bit. Some people have a tendency to be very strong. Okay? No effect, fine. But I'm telling you, any amount of alcohol. The precept does not mention quantity, it's about abstinence. It's up to you. You want to follow or not, it's up to you. But the precept, in principle, means do not train yourself not to take. Okay? And the word, okay, if you chant, just now you chanted, isn't it? 5 precepts. Surah Miraya, Pamadatthana, Samadhiya, Surah Miraya, Majja Pamadatthana. Right? Majja Pamadatthana. The word Pamadatthana means basis for heedlessness. If you take the intoxication, it will lead you to some heedless act. Tendency is that compared to when you don't take. There is a chance. If you don't want to take the chance, abstain. That's all. Then the meaning of the precept is, it's just a training rule. No, training rule, not commandment. Okay? Never say this is not a law. It's not a law to say you must not take. If you take, I can say, wow, you brother, how can Buddha never say to take. You have big bad karma. Therefore, maybe I have to take action against you. I cannot do that. Because it's not law. It's just a training rule only. Their guideline. Remember that it's just a guideline for developing mindfulness and wisdom. If your intention is to develop mindfulness and wisdom, then you abstain. If your intention is not mindfulness and wisdom, I say, do whatever you want. Because your intention is different. Your priority is not development or mindfulness. Okay? So breaking them has karma consequences proportional to intention and action. Depends on how much you drink, how much you get drunk. Right? So the right thing to say, instead of saying, at what stage do I break the 5th precept? You say, how does any amount of alcohol affect my mindfulness and spiritual progress? This is very important. If your goal is to develop mindfulness and want to attain spiritual progress, you abstain. Automatically you abstain because that is your goal. So imagine, I want to become monk and then you go and drink alcohol. What kind of direction are you taking? Correct or not? So if you aim to cultivate mindfulness and attain spiritual development, automatically you will abstain from taking on intoxication. If your priority in life is not wisdom, it's not mindfulness, it's not spiritual development, I just want to live a human life, I say this is not an issue. You want to drink, you drink. Because your goal is not to become a monk, not to become a good person in terms of spiritual progress. You just want to become a person, that just be a person. I want to enjoy life. Therefore, there's no such thing as what stage you break the precept, because it does not apply to you. You want to enjoy life, you enjoy. I got many Thai people, friends. They are Buddhists, okay? And they're very proud they are Buddhists. But you know how much Thai people drink? They drink a lot, no? Songkran. They not only shoot water, they also shoot beer. Okay? They shoot beer inside, right? They drink a lot. Cambodia, Laos, Songkran is a Mekong culture. Tingge. In Burmese, there's one word for it, right? But those who want to become spiritually aligned, they abstain. All right. So again, the narrative. What is your narrative? What is your agenda? Don't ask the wrong question. Okay. Ask the right question, and then you follow through. This also is an important thing. So okay. Thank you very much. If you want to know more, you can actually go to this Buddhist AI developed by us, and it's become quite popular worldwide already. It's very popular worldwide. We just came back from the Buddhist Dhamma University yesterday in Bentong. If you've been to Buddhist Dhamma University, there's the only university who offers which offer courses in Buddhism, Chinese courses in Buddhism. Okay, every year they got 3,000 students. Every year, and the academic staff and also their students uses Nobu for their curriculum extensively, right? So now, and then recently also, Nalanda Mahavihara in India, the Nalanda, the successor to the Nalanda, famous Nalanda Institute, which from 5th to 12th century, right? After that, it was destroyed by the Muslim. Successor to that famous one, where all the Padma Sambhawa, Ashita, all the great Tibetan masters came from there one. Xuanzang, right? All the great masters from there, because of Nalanda Mahavihara, or the Nalanda Institute of India in those days, because of that institution, Tibetan Buddhism became available. All right. So today in India, they have a modern university called the Nalanda Mahavihara University. This is a successor to the Nalanda institution of the 5th to 12th century. Okay. They came to us and said, your Nobu, can we sign MOU or not? To be used in their institution. So some of you here I know have donated to Nobu, and now it has become global, worldwide, and used by all these institutions already. Right? So say sadhu to you. Okay. And this Nobu now service 50 different languages. So if you are in Hindu, in India, you can use Marathi, Tamil, Bengali, Telugu, whatever. In China, there is a version for Hokkien. We also apply. We're testing out Cantonese from Hong Kong region. Okay? So we are following the Buddha's teaching to say that teach in the language of where the people use. Don't teach in the elite language. Teach in the language where people use, so that the Dhamma is accessible. We have made Nobu become like that. First, make sure that content is correct. Then deliver in language where the people find it easy to accept. Okay, so the board has become like that, right? So we say thank you, Sadhu, for this gift. Now this gift has become worldwide, and people are using it quite well, right? So okay, thank you very much. Thank you for listening. I hope that you learned something today. And please control the narrative. Don't let people control it. Okay, even in your small little group, you exert some influence. Do not let people control. Okay, so now it's time to move out and share the Dhamma in that sense.